Today what I want to talk about is phrasebooks and the importance of them. These are my phrasebooks for Swahili and Mandarin Chinese, and they're made by the publisher Lonely Planet, and Lonely Planet makes really good phrasebooks. There's also another phrasebook that I like that's I believe it's like Rick Steves Phrasebooks, and I believe he makes them only for European languages, but they're really good. I have one for German. And why phrasebooks are important? Because in a phrasebook, they all have like different sections, and they have the everyday communication that you're going to want to know. And it has a lot of different sentence structures in it, and a lot of good keywords and stuff. Whereas like in a course book, it'll give you different situations, and the dialogues, they're more for teaching you the basics of the language. Whereas these phrase books will teach you the everyday words and phrases that you're going to need to know for real life communication. Like, for instance, right here is parts of the body. And this is Swahili. So you'd have like tumbo for stomach. Or for butt is matako. Head is kichwa. Ear is sikio. Mouth is mdomo. Nose is pua. So it teaches you all the type of things you're going to need to know. Like, for instance, if you want to say, I can't move my mouth, you'd say, siwezi kuhamisha mdomo yangu. I can't move my mouth. So it'll teach you stuff like you're really going to use in real life. So, for instance, it has a section on police. Like, where's the police station? Kituo cha polisi kikuwapi. And it has a whole section on food. But the most important section, the one I think is most important, is it's called social. And this is going to teach you how to, the basic interactions with people. Like, for instance, how to say what your religion is. Like, if you want to say, I'm Buddhist, you'd say, Mimi ni Buddhisti. Or you could say, I believe in God. You'd say, Namini Mungo. I believe in God. Or, let's see, what else is in here? Heck, it even has a section on love. Will you go out with me? Will you meet my parents? I think we're good together. It has like real life stuff. Heck, it even has a section on sex, which I think is kind of funny. Easy Lion, Tulia Simba. It's got some real life stuff in it. That's why I love phrasebooks. And these Lonely Planet phrasebooks are really good. Like, you could say, Napenda filamu za Kiafrika. I like African cinema. It teaches you kind of like how to describe yourself. That kind of stuff. Like, ninapenda muziki. I like music. Ninapenda kupiga picha. I like photography. And it teaches you how to say how old you are and talk about your family and what your occupation is, and that kind of stuff, and how to talk to people. So these phrase books are like an invaluable resource. They're always something you're going to want to know, because it'll teach you that vocabulary and phrases for everyday speech. The thing is with phrase books is most of them do not come with audio, so you're going to want, to go through your course book and learn how to read the language first. And it also, in the beginning, it'll kind of show you how to read it, but it doesn't give a very good detailed description, and you're never going to learn how to read a language without listening to it. So it's kind of, I think, pointless to have in it. But it does have a lot of real practical information that you'd find invaluable. You won't find it in much other kinds of resources. So that's why phrase books are real important. The Mandarin one, although, is, it's different, because most phrase books will have on the side how you can pronounce it in English, but since Chinese is so different than English, it has a pinyin system, so you're going to want to learn pinyin before you're going to be able to utilize a Mandarin phrase book. But yeah, this has basically all the same phrases and words as the Swahili one. That's why Lonely Planet makes good phrase books compared to other companies. So I definitely recommend getting a phrase book, in a language you're studying. Like the Rick Steve and Lonely Planet, they're the ones I like, and they're both cheap. I mean, they're like $8-10 for a phrase book, so you can't really beat that. And yeah, like I said, you're going to want to learn how to read the language before you get one of these. So you're going to want to have some time spent already, like with a course book for the language. But, I mean, there are bigger phrase books than these out there, too. And another thing I really like about these is that they come with a small, dictionary section. So you can just learn, random words and stuff. Like brilliant, how to say someone's clever. It's like, 聪明, brilliant. It has a bunch of different stuff in here, like broccoli. 西兰花, 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 兰花. So, I mean, it has stuff, brochure, brush, bug, 橙子. Bug. 橙子. So that's another thing I really like about these. There's also one that I don't have with me, I left at home. But it was like a Swahili dictionary phrase book. I'll have to show that to you guys in a different video. But that one was really cool too. And most phrase books are about, pocket size, and they're fairly cheap. So I definitely recommend everyone should get a phrase book in the languages they're studying. I really like Lonely Planet though. But most phrase books, like I said, don't come with audio, so you gotta make sure you know how to read the language first. And they'll teach you stuff that you won't learn in course books. The real life, everyday kind of vocabulary you need. So that's why I recommend them. And, like Swahili is one that has like an English pronunciation guide on the side. Let's see, can you see that? There we go, right there. It's an English pronunciation guide. It's like phonetic, as if you're pronouncing it in English. And if you do get a phrase book that has that in it, most do, try to avoid it. I don't even look at it, because it's gonna deter you from actually reading the language. So I never look at that part of it. But I guess that's all when it comes to phrase books. I definitely recommend everyone should get one.